We are good to go.
All right. Welcome to race number 17 in the Vanta Cup series at Coca-Cola Super Speedway for the Coca-Cola 500. I'm Thunder24 fan joined by Moff and Ottercat. How are y'all doing tonight?
I'm doing fine tonight. Just getting the link here real quick.
So we come back to Coca-Cola for the first time in over a year, about 2 seasons ago. We last came here and Deuce Castroneves swept all those races back in season 6, in his rookie season in the 78 and 19. Actually, I think was it just the 78 or was it the 19?
He was in the 19 for both, I think.
Oh, okay.
1 second.
Well, he swept both of those races in the 19, and he is also known to be one of the best drivers at this specific track. But it takes a lot more than skill to win it at this track. Really it really takes a lot of luck and just your ability to avoid all the carnage that's going to unfold because these drivers are going well over 240 miles an hour. About their top speeds are about 255 to 260 at this track, which is the highest speeds you will ever see in the Vanta Cup series. But so yeah, just really excited for this race. Also really nervous because a lot of a lot of drivers' chase hopes can be decided right here at this very track because we only have 2 races left in the regular season. Then after this race is over, then we go to Watkins Glen, which was also the regular season finale last season as well, and that race definitely put on a show for us.
That's right, and you mentioned how the chase is closing in as we speak. So far, the top 10 nickname holds the final spot without a wild card, but he has a 2 point gap over Arthur for the final spot in the chase.
Yep, and even it doesn't even matter if those two are the ones. It doesn't even matter about those two. Mostly, there's a lot more drivers inside that top 20 fighting to get inside the top 10, or maybe just even get a win to get themselves in a position for a wild card. Deuce Castroneves is one of those. He's in 18th and has I think a very high shot to win today. I pick him because of how much success he's had on this track, but all that success can become undone in this very race.
Absolutely, and we all know that in both races in Season 6 are very chaotic races in which Deuce was in the right place at the right time. So maybe he goes 3 in a row here at this very track.
And also, it was announced that he will be leaving Truex Racing to go drive in the 18 for 5 Energy Racing.
Yep, a big move there since he's been there since Season 6. Not the entirety of the season, but he was actually a fill-in driver for, I forgot who, but he was in the 19 the rest of the season. And also got a win last season at Phoenix as well.
Yep.
There you see loading in the 33-1 of the Chase Hopefuls. He's had a very good few weeks, of
Yeah,
course.
very good few weeks. A very good like few 5 weeks, I'd say. Really,
Yeah,
lots of consistency, lots of good finishes, in fact, and really that can give him a huge confidence boost heading into this race. Just hoping for a good result and could give him a lot of points too.
hmm And also, if he does make the chase, the Rookie of the Year battle is not over, as Pavo, another rookie, is in the chase.
Yep. And who's the driver right now leading that rookie of the year battle?
It'd be Pavo, then Hector, Fnatic, loading, and then Board.
Yeah.
That's the top five.
But so yeah, fastest lap in this happy hour session will be Patrick Starr. Patrick Starr, um, obviously nobody we expected to be inside the top 5. In fact, in points, you see him right there in the 13, in the black and white 13. But really nobody expected him to be inside the top 5 in points heading into this race, and I think that's really what makes it so fascinating about the Cup Series, that you don't guys you would not expect to run up front, sometimes run up front, and Patrick Starr's really taking that 13 into a whole 180-degree angle this season.
Last season, we all know that Daniel Boyles was in the 13, didn't have a whole lot of success. Then the team, then Daniel and the team parted ways mid-season. Then came in Patrick Starr, and he's done wonders for the team ever since, and probably the most underfunded team of all teams in the Cup Series.
And it's honestly such a shame that he won't be returning next season to the team.
That's right. As he's looking
However,
for better opportunities, of course.
yep, obviously will not be back in the Cup Series, although very deserving to be back in the Cup Series. How, but yeah, I feel like he'll find his path soon, very soon.
Yep.
But here we go. Got to head into the race. 51 laps on our hands, of course, and we'll go over the starting lineup. So on the pole, it is the 33 loading. One of the drivers that we were talking about in the practice session could get lots of points and even point his way towards the chase today. And alongside him will be Max Molina on the front row. Then it is Matthew Hill in the 90. His season already decided. And the 19 Ebenezer Splooge in 8th in points right now, still just trying to hold on to that top 10. Then is I'm Bored in the 12 and Mark in the 3. Then is a Red Panda Racer in the 11 and Kenyon in the 15. Patrick Miller in the 22 and Slinky in the 21. Both of these drivers' seasons already decided as well. Gaming Freak in the 88 also eliminated from chase contention, and Pendre still down near the end of the top 20, still trying to get some points. Then there's Aiden Walker in the 93 and Hector Daniel, one of the last drivers. Actually, he's P11, so he has the first wild card right now, but 2 points behind P10 in nickname. Then there's the 74 Zevel, also down below the top 15 in points, but still inside the top 20, trying to look for a good run today and get some points. Then it is the 91 of Craig Popgris to his outside. Then it'll be the 97 of Sean Ard, already locked into the chase, and Bailey Parker in the 4. Then it is Bird down the 55 and the 8 of Outlaw. Then is the 81 of Pavo, obviously leading that Rookie of the Year standing, and Legends in the 5, who's third in points, and has a really good chance of locking himself into the chase today. And it is the 32 of Lynn and the 47 of Brandon Beal. And it's the 24 of Josh and the 77 of Jessica, P7 in points. And here's Truexfan, who has made a great comeback in points. One good finish today could point him towards getting inside that top 10. And there's Nickname, the final driver inside the top 10, trying to get a good finish to stay inside the top 10. Then is Quadruped, who's P5 in points, and Brick in the 2. Then is Fnatic, Quadruped's teammate, looking to get inside the chase, maybe to get a wild card, and the 78 of Quad Kid Boy. Then is the 75 of Moff, also just popped into P9 in the chase standings after making a really good comeback like Truexfan. I assume a lot of his teammates are going to help him out today. And Patrick Starr, we just talked about him in the 13, P5 in points, starts to his outside. Then is the 18 of Biz and the 23 of Arthur. Then two-time winner, and two-time consecutive winner at this track, Deuce Castroneves in the 27 and the 87 of Nikki. If he gets inside the top 20, then this whole chase lineup could shake up with the wild cards. Then it is Landon in the 63 and Connor in the 65. Then rounding it out will be the 25, the second driver locked into the playoff or the chase, and the 68 of Zach.
Drivers, start your engines!
As we get ready to go here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. And really, like I mentioned, we mentioned how a lot of drivers' chase hopes can be decided here.
Yep.
I feel like there's no telling in when the big one's gonna happen. It could happen on maybe even lap 3 or lap 40. It can happen whenever. There's no decided time on when it happens. Just like kind of how it goes for every super speedway race. You never know when the big one's going to happen. And obviously, at a track that has such high speeds, you're going to see a lot of big wrecks today.
One small mistake can cause the big one. That's all it takes.
And it can cause big, big wrecks as well. So it'll be loading in the Chevy, leading them to the green flag, one of the 2 Celsius cars in this race.
Yep. The other Celsius car being BP further back. But all 42 of these cars ready to go here at Coca-Cola.
Yep. And for a lot of chase drivers, or a lot of drivers trying to get into the chase, it is do or die. And as the pace car, rounds turn 3 and 4. After a week of being out of the Phantom Cup Series, we are back, fellas. First Phantom race of 2024.
And
The
it
Phantom Cup
is
Series is underway.
even jump there as Molina trying to pull even with loading going to turn 1, but Matthew Hill trying to get to the inside of loading here.
D3 wide already mid-pack back there. Loading will clear the 17, but he moves up the racetrack. That's going to allow the 90 to get to the inside of the 33. Will the 33 have a big enough run to clear him, though?
And there's 3 wide. Board going for the lead.
Yup, Board already going for the lead. Aggressive move down to the inside there. Loading might be able to clear that 90. No, he's barely not clear, as the 12 will set out and into the lead. As the 12 has the lead, his teammate Patrick Miller trying to get into second. But he's got some pressure as Matthew Hill squeezing a 33 up the racetrack as
And
the
the
caution is
caution's
out
out.
already. The 87
Ooh.
going for a spin, and we don't really see drivers wrecking on the front stretch, but that's one of the rare occurrences there.
I'll take a look what happened, of course.
And like we mentioned,
Oh, Brick's got a lot of damage. Same with
oh, so does a 75 as well.
Hector as
Wow.
well.
Could this have been when the wreck happened?
It has to be.
Let's take a look. Oh, let's see. Oh, wow, a bunch of drivers collected in this. Looks like the 87 gets just, wow, just turned right into the 28 there, and he gets spun down the front stretch. I'm not sure what the 87 was thinking there. And then after they crossed the line to take the caution, there must have been a stack up, because
Yep.
a lot of more cars that weren't involved in this wreck got damaged. Like Moff, we were talking about him. He needs his chase hopes to stay alive with a good run today, but already on lap 1, that might not come. I'm not sure if there was a wreck after the yellow flag.
There had to have been. Oh, and dudes of
Neves is
damage.
also involved, yeah. Wow. Did not expect that to happen on lap 1.
Lots of guys not paying attention. And of course, as a strike, you really have to rely on your spotter. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. I don't know what these guys are doing. I think they're trying to get their spots back.
Yeah, see,
So
I think
gonna-
Brick's probably done.
yeah, lots of drivers
Oh,
might
what?
have damage here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these guys are trying to do here.
Outlaw comes into the pits.
Now,
along
he's
with
got a little
Hector
bit of
Daniel.
left side damage, but
Beal, Fanatic, lots of damage machines. And some drivers going to be out of this one already.
Oh.
Looks like one of them is Deuce Castroneves, the defending winner of this race. Obviously 2 seasons ago. That success has come undone for him, like we mentioned. And Hector Daniel, who needed a good run today, was 11th in points, is now out of the race. Huge implications for him there.
see Brandon Beal involved, and
He's also out of the race.
that might just eliminate Brandon Beal from chase contention here. He's one of those guys going into this race that was in danger of not being able to make the chase.
Wow. And yeah, that was a really wild move by the 87 there that caused a caution. And so it'll be Board leading them to the green flag once we take it. Still 40 drivers left in this race, make that 39. As Deuce Castroneves, the defending winner, Brandon Beal and Hector are already out.
So for first time since, well, before season 6, we'll have a winner that is not Dudes Castroneves.
Yep. And I don't really think any of us expected him to go back to back to back at the track, considering how long of a time we've been away from there, and also with how competitive the season has been. And so looks like everybody's caught up to the pace car. We will go green this time. So let's see if we can get a cleaner restart.
Mm-hmm. And also
Honestly, sorry.
I do want to point out that some of these guys at the front do have their teammates, Board and Patrick Miller on the inside, and on the outside will be Red and Matthew Hill. And also, not to mention, there's also Gaming Freak, Loading, and Mark for Mark Enterprises. So, of course, name of the game here is teamwork, and that's being displayed here very early on. His lights on the pace car are out, ready to head down pit road for the second time.
Yep. And there's gonna be some cars off the pace, and the how the rules work with minimum speed rules is if the drivers are more than 10 miles an hour down than the leaders, then they will be disqualified from the race, so that we don't have any
Incident.
implication on the race finish.
Yes, correct. So here we go.
Pace car in for the second time. We are green at Coca-Cola. Board and red get a pretty even start down to turn 1. See a bit of shuffling in the back. Patrick Miller will push his teammate out to the lead, but how long will that stand? Because now he's looking to the inside. He's got Gaming Free pushing him 3 wide, but I think Board might just be able to clear with a run off the high side. And he does so. So now Board is into the lead. Gaming Freak just behind one of the Outlaw Mark Enterprises cars that are so good at this racetrack. And you see he already has a teammate Mark pushing him as well.
Yep, is now Board, leads the way, top 3, all single file.
Make that the top 4. Patrick Miller, I think, is going to clear Max Molina into turn 1.
Yep. They're going to go 4 wide here. There's Kenyon, the 15.
Looks
Already
like they made it
eliminated.
out. Looks like they made it out 3 wide there. No issues in that matter, as here comes Gaming Freak back to the inside with a push from Mark. Like you said, Moff, teamwork being shown in its full display here.
Mark's trying to get around Gaming Freak here.
Looks like he's got the 19 of Ebenezer Splooge. That's the number that Dos Nevos was in for this when he won back-to-back races for Coca-Cola. As Gaming Freak clear into turn 1, still holds the lead. Mark now under pressure.
There's Josh making a 3-1. He doesn't have a whole lot of help, though.
Up 7 out of 51. Some cars off the pace, and we'll monitor those as we continue.
But right now our attention's up at the front of the field. Africa with a huge lead, but now here with Pendra in the 92. There's going to be a 3-wide move board on the inside, but just doesn't have any help, really.
Yep. Might have some push from the 55 of Burn here. No, he's going to go 3 wide on him. Oh, things getting very tight down to turn 1 there.
Yep, and look at the 97 of Sean being in the frame here.
See now, Gaming Freak being left out to dust on the top. No help for him whatsoever, as now he's going to go 3 wide. Pendre will take over the lead.
And look at Josh going for second.
Oh, it's almost 4 wide and almost contact from quadruped right there into Sean.
Top 5 starting to break away just a little bit.
And we'll monitor those cars that are off the pace, and Brick's definitely one of those. As well as Patrick Starr, Moff, and Nickname, but
we'll give them time to pick up their pace if they're able to.
See 3 wide back there. Looks like pretty calm, calmer than the restart, obviously. See Josh going for second right there. He's going to get past the 55 at Burn with a big push from Max Molina. And that'll give him a huge run on the 92 Append right here. Josh looks like he kind of went up the racetrack a little bit there. So I thought I heard some contact, but nope, never mind. So yeah, I think it's pretty evident that these 3 cars are way off the pace.
Yep, I think they'll be disqualified momentarily.
And leaders are already almost getting to him, too. As Molina will take second away from Josh.
1-2 for Texas Motorsports up to the front here.
So down the straightaway, 250, 259 for these drivers. See Molina now finally going to make a move on the 92 here. And yeah, these guys are way over 10 miles an hour down. So those 5 drivers, the 2, the 13, 75, 87, and 28 will be disqualified.
Yep. The 8's not that far off the pace. He might have just lost a draft, but might have been held up by some slower cars.
And very unfortunate to see all those days coming undone, obviously, for something that wasn't their fault. Oh, yellow flag. Big wreck on the back straightaway. Looks like a few cars involved. That's Pendrave, who is just leading this race.
There must have been a wreck at the front of the field.
Zach in the 68 has also gone around. BP as well. And the caution is out. Wow. We were just looking away from the leaders for about 1 second, and it all breaks loose from there. Let's see what happened. Saw 68 going around, and what's this up at the front?
It was kind of outside.
Oh, wow, the 68 got into the 92 there.
Yeah.
And the 68 couldn't afford to be in a wreck today, because obviously he's very low in the top 15, inside the top 20. Sub 15s, in fact. And right there, he just gets to the 92 there. I don't know if that was a misjudgment or something else, but wow. We just saw that with the first caution with the 87 there, and now it happens to the 92 with contact from the 68. And you don't usually see Zach making moves like that. Right on board with the 92. Yeah, I mean, just got hooked. Nothing he could really do, and Bailey Parker, obviously just a innocent bystander. So now we're under caution for the second time. As it was Sean Ard who led us back to the caution flag. So lap 15 out of 51, second caution of the race. And what's halfway of 51? It's about
25,
25 and a
26.
half.
Well, 25 and a half, yeah.
Yeah. So looks like those drivers will actually stay out on the racetrack. Looks like Pendre, or did they come in already? I think they did. Yeah, they all came in to fix damage and whatnot. So we'll be going back green very soon. Looks like this will just be a quick yellow. We'll go one more pace lap. See if anyone pits or to fix more damage or not. But looks like nobody DNF from that wreck, luckily.
Yep. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of, damage involved. I mean, probably a little bit of door damage tonight, too, for sure. But I think everyone else will, at the very least, keep up with the pack.
Yeah.
So, but if they want to keep up with the pack, they gotta have, someone behind them, likely.
Already lap 15 out of 51. Not very many laps into this race. And the pace car lights are off, so we are going green this time by. Like I mentioned earlier, pretty common, clean race. Not for the lap 1 incident, obviously under caution, and the wreck itself. But these guys just can make 3 wide work, and they aren't really going 4 wide a lot. There's a lot of the field still left in this race. Although with DQs and whatnot, I think that might change as the race goes on. Only depends on how damaged their cars are and how much speed they lose. But the field will be in the hands of Sean Ard and his driver Pavo at the front. Obviously, Sean locked into the chase already, so he doesn't really have to worry about wrecking today.
Yep, sorry about that. All right, so the pace car dives on in once more. It'll be Sean and his driver, Pavo, on the front row. We all know Pavo, leading Rookie of the Year. And we're going to go green here.
Yep. Green flag. Pavo looked like he got a better start off the line than Sean Ard did. Looks like he's got a big push from Max Molina as well. He might clear the 97 into turn 1. He's going to just get right in front of him. So now Pavo will hold the lead. But for how much longer? Because he's got the 97 just behind him right there. Looks like the 11's trying to go to the inside of the 97. The 97 and the 81 trying to tandem their way out towards the front. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it as well. You see Landon right there in the 63. Haven't
Yeah.
mentioned him at much all season. Obviously, in a lot of wrecks because of bad luck, and none of them are really his fault.
Yeah, of course, he won Talladega last season. Hasn't had the best of luck, but right now leading the outside lines, his teammate Sean still in second. We all know Sean won at the Brickyard 400 earlier this season back in November. Very emotional win for sure. Not only that, but he also won the show race yesterday at this very track.
Yup. Now look at the 11 go to the inside with a huge push from the 19. But the 19 instantly ditches him, and he has another fellow Toyota behind him. That's Kenyon, the 15.
A 3 wide mark. Not sure who to go with. He's going to stay to the bottom.
Yup, going with Kenyon there.
Double file throughout the field except for the front where it is 3 wide.
Yup. Pavo holding Slinky back as well as a lot of that inside line as they're single file, trying to stay with the pack. And those drivers that are off the pace are Nickname and a Nicky, so we'll have to keep an eye on those. And the 12 going to the inside of the 3. The 3 will just get in front of his teammate Gaming Freak there. Now Board looking to challenge Kenyon for the lead again. Here he comes. The 12 will take the lead back away. But for how long? Because he's got the 3 right in his bumper. Looking to the inside. Could not get anything to work. Now that's going to allow the 88 to get down low. You see a big train on the outside line there. It's not going to be very good for guys trying to push on the bottom. Kenyon getting shuffled back on the high side.
You know, there's a lot of momentum here. And how about Connor at 65 making his way up here?
He's obviously never won at Coca-Cola before.
I don't think he's won at Super Speedway either, if I'm not mistaken.
And super speedways are really hard to win.
Yeah.
We saw a 25 get his first super speedway win at Daytona back a few weeks ago.
So 3 wide, Pavo got forced up by Lynn there. And
Yep,
Lynn, of course.
Lynn now trying to go for the lead. As finish what you're saying.
Yeah, Lynn is also on the brink of being eliminated from the chase. So win here would really help the team there.
Yep, any hopes of the 32 making the chase might be dashed if she can't get top 5s or even a win in these next 2 races.
Yep. And how about Slinky up here having probably the worst statistical season not only of his career but of everyone else so far this season in Fanta. And right now he's trying to prove that he belongs here.
And obviously, I think he's leading the last car standings of all full-time Fanta drivers.
I'll have to double check it, but now here he comes.
Yep, he's gonna go to the bottom with a push from his teammate Josh. You mentioned it a lot, Moff. Teamwork is everything at this track.
That'll be 1-2 for Michael Cormedes Racing. There's now another Chevrolet at the front of the field. It'll be Gaming Freak behind them.
And the rest of the field just absolutely going nuts back here.
A few of these guys have lost touch with this main pack.
We'll check and see if they're up above the minimum speed or not, as Lynn checking up a lot of guys in the pack right there. We've seen packs get separated sometimes at Coca-Cola. Looks like we'll see how long that is going to last, though, as they're 3 wide. I don't think they're going to get back up there trying to go 3 wide. As Josh, Slinky, and Ebenezer are way clear of the rest of the field. Ebenezer trying to look low, trying to get second, but just does not have enough momentum to do so. As Josh still staying behind Slinky, giving him a push.
Now we see the 19 locked on the bumper of Josh here.
Yep, will he make a move on Josh or Josh make a move on Slinky? Here comes the 19.
Fun
Yeah,
fact, by
here
the
comes
way, for the most recent of fans that have decided to start watching the Fantasy Cup Series, 19 is the most recent number to go to victory lane here at Coca-Cola.
Yep, but definitely, but a different driver in that 19 was there. Deuce Castroneves was piloting that car.
Mm-hmm.
And he won 2 consecutive Coca-Cola races in that number. As here comes the 91.
Going back to it, Deuce Castroneves, the only service sweep 2 Coca-Cola races in the same season. Of course, because we haven't had 2 Coca-Cola races in one season in pretty much a while.
Now, the 19 gets past the 21, so does the 24. They'll just slide up right there. The 21's just able to slot back into third. Looks like a lot of these guys are single file.
Yeah, I
and
was going to
whatnot.
mention that.
We'll check these cars and see how fast they're going here.
I don't think they're too far off the pace. They might
Well,
be like right on.
Well, see, these guys just went 259, and these guys are 245.
Let's give them an extra lap, I guess.
Okay, we'll look at this lap.
And as you saw there, Craig going to the inside of the 24.
Yup, and the 91 go for the lead.
Now he's going to try and challenge Ebenezer.
So let's see here.
Gonna be 255.
Now we're gonna have to check the front stretch now. See if that gets us anywhere.
But then you go a lot faster on the straightaways.
I feel like they're not going as fast as they were because there's not as many cars in that pack pushing them. As Ebenezer goes 258 right there. We'll see what those other guys can do. Also, I see these packs are starting to separate apart a little bit. Might not be trying to take it too aggressive right now.
Yeah, but still trying to maintain within the draft. You see there Landon going for the lead.
And just checking real quick, see how fast these guys went. Looks like just only managed to go 247.
Barely. As now here comes Slinky with teammate Aiden Walker down to the inside. BP locks up with them.
Yep.
Did you save halfway?
Oh, no. There we go.
Alright. Back up front now. Slinky gets his way back up the front here. There's 2 Celsius cars together, BP and Loading.
So now, if they don't get to minimum speed on this lap, then they will be DQ'd. Let's see what the benchmark is. It will be 259 miles an hour.
259.
They got to reach that.
I think they'll be
that goal.
barely be able to maintain it.
I feel like they'll. I think they'll be like 2 or 3 miles an hour short. 243, 244, 245,
6,
7, and that's it. So those guys will take it to behind the wall. There's now single file for the top 3 here. Still a whole pack, but not. It looks like they're actually closing back in, starting to get tighter.
3
Now
wide
we
for
have
the
3
lead.
wide for the lead.
Josh on the inside.
I think it's because that outside is just slowing up so much in the corners, and you see Byrne almost turned the 32 there, had to slam the brakes for her.
As we have now approached the 20 to go mark of this race.
Yep.
Is Josh up front with Kenyon there in second. And now Pavo coming off of a battle for third.
And once things get more aggressive, that's a higher chance for a big wreck. You see the inside line getting a huge shove right there. Here comes Landon. Landon now fighting to get to the inside. 3 wide for third.
Lynn trying to split it down the middle there. Looks like Landon backs off.
Or might not just had enough momentum to complete the pass as the 32 will get the position. And the 50 slows up, almost contact.
Ooh.
But the 32 is able to get there. And that's going to give the 24 a huge lead out front. Oh, spin!
Oh,
Matthew Hill on the wall. Burn it down, I think, is involved as well. Yellow flag is out.
That back end is the front end on 90 and the back end on the 55 are both destroyed.
2 drivers obviously having a horrible season so far, and Matthew Hill destroyed on the front end and Burn It Down destroyed on the rear end. So let's take a look and see what happened here. I think it was right here. Oh, 4 wide off the corner, and the 91, I think, comes up into the 3, and they go into the wall. Looks like Mark and Craig Popkers were able to save it, but Burn It Down and Matthew Hill were unfortunately not.
At this point, considering it's a 91, are we even surprised?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think it was his fault because look at the helicopter cam.
Yeah, true. The 22 was there.
I just don't think I think the 22 came up, and also it was a combination of the 22 coming up the racetrack and the 3 not giving the 91 any space.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
Let's look at some onboard views and to really tell what happened there. We'll ride on board with the 3, looking at the camera from the left side. See right here, there's just not that much space between the 91 and the 3 there. That's why I think they got together. And we'll ride on board with Matthew Hill. Unfortunately, this will most likely be another DNF for him. Just nowhere to go. Then we'll ride on board with Burn It Down. Really nothing he could do, just innocent bystander there as his car is now destroyed. As we're under caution, the 24 leads as the 90 was already out of the race. He took it back to the pit stall and took it behind the wall as well.
Yep. So 33 cars remain here.
Yep.
See Mark in the 3-year Phantom 500 winner of the last 2 seasons. A little bit of damage to Nurse Burn with a very hefty amount of damage to the rear of that car.
And really just wrong place at the wrong time. And I just mentioned a few laps ago, when things start to get aggressive here, there's going to be a chance of very big crashes. And that's, I think, only a taste of what we might see in the next coming laps. because have about 15 to go here. So I think it's gonna be every man for himself. Looks like Byrne and Mark are able to continue. However, Matthew Hill will not be so lucky. And we'll catch up with them right now. So Matthew Hill, obviously just caught up in the wreck there. Nothing you could really do from your perspective. What did you see?
I just saw cars going up the track and just nowhere to go. We were going really fast, so just any slip up really just messes up a whole bunch of cars races, and just I mean that sucks for our season. We haven't really had any momentum going. It seems like every time we've had a car that can be capable of running up front, something always happens to us, and I mean this is definitely gonna be a battle that we're gonna try to overcome over the off season, and we're gonna have to look deep into the team, see what's really affecting our performance before this, and then just also we're gonna have to try to stay up front more at these super speedways because these wrecks all in the back just not good for the team, and just yeah, looking forward to next season.
All right. Obviously we talking about next season, but anything you're preparing for next week, or just trying to go for the same goal?
Just go for a top 10. That's all I want.
All right. Thank you for your time, Matthew.
Thank you.
So we'll go back green this time. This race has really flown by, if I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we say green the rest of the way, we might finish this under an hour.
And so it'll be the 24 leading, and we'll see if we finish this under an hour, because we know how aggressive it's going to be at the front with how many laps are to go we have. How many laps we have to go. When was the last time Josh won a race?
I believe it was Rockingham last season.
Oh yeah, that's right. Last season's Rockingham race. Season won a race in a bit, and obviously that was in that part-time entry as well.
Three of the drivers in the top four haven't won since last season, actually.
Yeah, Josh, Lynn, and Ebenezer, but that could be changed today, as we're going to take the green flag.
Here we go. We're back. Racing now.
Right here. Green flag. 32 got the better jump on the high side. That might allow her to clear the 24, and it will, as the 33 also giving her a big push. 32 will get to the bottom in front of the 24 as they battle for second. Here comes Ebenezer with a big push from Sean. Where will Sean go? We know how he has nothing to lose. He's going to go to the inside. They're going to be 3 wide.
'19 got close there with the 33.
Yeah. 33 is going to fall behind the 88. Single file up front for the top 3. Now here comes the 24. Right on the back bumper of the 32. If he makes the move here, can he get any help? Oh, he's going to stick behind. Here comes the 11. The 11 also has no help. There's 97 looking to the inside of the 24. He's going to block. 97 is going to go 3 wide.
Really close there. Here comes Sean. Boom.
Lots of shuffling cars trying to stay inside the draft and trying to get back up to the front. But meanwhile, up at the front is the 24 and the 97, dead even for the lead. And now the 19 trying to capitalize right there. The 88's going to the inside
There's
of the
There's
45.
quadruped right there.
Yep. Quadruped obviously 5th in points, doesn't really have to worry much, but a good finish will increase his rate of getting into the chase.
And talk about the underdog story he's really had.
For sure. Ebenezer looking to the inside of Sean for the lead. No momentum to him. With
Here
no push,
comes
Patrick Miller is going to be the first
comes
one.
down to help. Nope, never mind. He's going to try and take it.
He's going to try, but he's not there. Patrick Miller clears Gaming Freak. Now 19 on the bumper of the 97. He's going to go low and take it.
Here comes Ebenezer.
To the inside of the 97. And
Yeah.
for the lead, he's going to get it.
Patrick's going to go there with him.
Here comes
Yep,
Quadruped as well.
He's going to take
With
it
a
3
huge
wide.
push from Bravo.
He's going to take it 3 wide for the second position.
Quadruped's going to get up to second. He's going to have a huge run on the 19 here. He's going to take it.
Powerful. Now here comes Gaming Freak.
Gaming Freak down low as well. The 45 side by side with the 19. He's going to get the lead. Coming to 10 to go. '88 looking to the inside of the 45. He's there. Outlaw Mark Enterprises, the best team that we've ever known on super speedways.
I was just about to say, when it comes to how they can get it done at restricted place, we have seen it before. Of course, with the back Daytona 500 winner Mark.
And now 10 to go. Coming 9 to go at the line. Does anyone have anything left for the race leader, Gaming Freak? Here comes the 81.
As soon as you said that, I was going to say maybe Pavo.
Looks like the 88 is going to power with momentum on the high side, but no, the 81's coming back. Now 9 to go.
Trying to get there. There's a 19. MKR teammates. 93 and 21 there as well.
Yup, 81, actually 91, 93, Aiden Walker, 21 Slinky.
Close quarters racing there between Slinky and Landon. But up front,
as they battle, it's going to allow these guys to get further ahead, so they better start working together.
Up front, it is Avo and Quadruped.
Okay, does Quadruped have anything for the 81 here?
You know how much Quadruped has been dying to get that first career win. He's come so close many times this season.
Yup, if he were to win this race, it would be his first career win as he's going for the lead.
And as you mentioned earlier, it would bring him more momentum when it comes to trying to make it into the chase.
Right now in a very good spot. But has to tuck in behind. And he's got to make his move soon because look at the 21 and 19. They're linked up together. And here comes the 19. 45 is going to try to throw the block, but it is no good. As there's the 55 in turn 3. We'll monitor her speeds in the moment. '81 still leading. Here comes the 21. Down the front stretch, Burn went 234. And down the front stretch, these guys are going 250.
Yeah, I was about to say they're
58.
going about damn near more than double what Burn was going.
Yeah. It's not even close. What do we have now? 6 to go?
47. Yeah, it's 6.
6
Well,
laps to go.
well, not less than 4.5. Not 4.5, 5.5.
See, Truexpan is up here. Where did he come from in the 56? We weren't even paying it. We haven't even seen him up at the front of the pack this entire race, and he's just shot out of a cannon in these last few laps. And I would assume he's gonna try and work with his driver Ebenezer to get around the 81. Ebenezer's got to run. He's taking it to the inside. He has enough momentum to stay side by side with him.
Side by side, Ebenezer, Pavo. But that's going to get shut down real quick. Ebenezer now to the lead.
Yup, Ebenezer back to the lead, but look at Truexpan.
Look at Landon. And Red.
Here comes the 56, trying to go for the win, trying to take it all for himself.
63 is going to stay up top with the 19. But the 11 is going to go with the 56.
Now the 56 will take the lead. And they're side by side for second.
Here comes Red. Coming to 3 laps to go. Here at Coca-Cola. It's Truexpan in the lead. Battle for second. It's Ebenezer and Red. Now Pavo's going to swoop in, takes third. Going to try and take second from Red.
But the more they battle, the more their chances of winning go down in the drain. If Red can clear Pavo, it's going to be a huge. He's going to.
He clears the 81.
And Gaming Freak is back up here as well. Can the 88, who's well known in the NASCAR Cup Series for winning multiple Super Speedway races, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. get his first win of the season and first win in a long time in the Fans Cup Series? Here he comes. He's right there.
I believe the last time the 88 won was, well, more specifically, the driver was, I think, back in season 5.
It was.
Yep.
3 seasons ago.
Season 5 Fantasy 600. As is now side by side with the 56 is going to take the lead. It is now Gaming Freak up front. There's Ebenezer right behind him. Gaming Freak probably has some backup there, loading. Also working his way up here as well.
See the 91. I don't know if they're going to get to him or not. Actually, he's on the front stretch, so.
Oh, I just realized. I think we're coming back to the white flag.
They are. Ebenezer is taking the lead from Gaming Freak.
Yep, here we go.
White flag is out. If Gaming Freak can't clear Slinky, it might just be over right here.
But
actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got to take into consideration. Oh, never mind. And there it goes.
Wait, no.
Oh, he's going
Not
back down.
Yet. Here he comes.
Here
comes the 21 to the inside.
No way.
Side by side
way.
the lead. Into turns 3 and 4. It'll be Slinky who clears the field.
Holy crap.
Michael Corvettis Racing into a 1-2 finish. Can you believe it? Slinky is going to win at Coca-Cola.
Way Slinky just won that.
How about that? The driver who is, I think, dead last out of all full-time drivers in the point standings brings it home with the win in a 1-2 finish for Michael Corvettis Racing. Unbelievable. I mean, wow. I don't think anybody expected in their mind for the 21 to win today. That might be one of the most underdog victories in the Fantasy Cup Series as we know it. Unbelievable. Hats off to Slinky and all the guys at the 21 team. I bet he's gonna be very happy once we get him to to be interviewed with us. Wow. Let's take a look at the last lap again. Right here, when Gaming freaking Slinky were side by side, I really thought it was over from right there, but Slinky's going to get a huge push from his teammate Aiden Walker, and both of these guys are set to leave their respective team, Michael Cormez Racing, after the season is over. And so here they come. Slinky has tons of momentum. Just flies to the inside of the 19 and flies around him to take the lead and bring it home in P1. What a finish.
Am I dreaming? Did that just happen?
I feel like a lot of people would feel like they're dreaming if as a 21 just won today. And let's get him up to wait, hold on.
That's something.
I really can't believe it either. I think this is the first time since season 5 we've had a race finish in under an hour. A Vanta Cup Series race finish in under an hour. Oh wait. Is this the oh, it's the export. Okay. Wow. Can you believe it? Slinky goes to victory lane and brings Michael Cormez Racing in a 1-2 finish. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought of that coming into this race? I don't think anybody would have. I mean, what do you have to say about that, Connor?
I'm getting dinner. Give me a second.
And so we have the replay saved, and we also have the results saved. Wow. You can't ask for anything better than that. And let's get him up to interview with let's get him up to be interviewed. Slinky, coming into this race, I don't think anybody in their right mind were to think that you would come in, to come in this race and be in victory lane today. How does it feel after the horrendous season you had?
Man, it feels great. Finally was able to do something this season. We've been start of the season we were full, just back of the pack, couldn't get anything done. Then we've started to peak our way up into top 20s. Maybe is like what our last few weeks have been. We've been showing we've been pretty good, and being at a super speedway where anybody could win, it was definitely our best chance to win it, and we did that here.
I mean, how does it feel? I mean, well, obviously it must feel great, but to think that you're also leaving this team at the end of the season, and it must be really amazing to just get one last win with them. If you don't win in the next few races.
Yeah, it feels pretty good because even though I'm not staying with the team after the season, this will hopefully help me with just getting a ride next season. Still undecided, haven't got anything official yet, so just getting some wins here at the end of the season, showing that I can win, I think will definitely help me get a ride next season in one way or another.
And
Yeah.
just great win today. I mean, hats off to your entire team. I mean, you guys have been struggling for so long this season, and you deserve to get at least one win after the horrible season y'all have had.
Oh yeah.
So, anything you'd like to say before we let you go
Well,
here?
honestly, I have two things really. One, it feels good to win again. Obviously, I did at this point have the longest winless streak, and now I am finally back in victory lane for I believe only the second time in my career. And I also like to thank Aiden Walker for his help, pushing me up there. Awesome.
Yeah, obviously, you had your teammate back behind your back as well. So, are you gonna celebrate this with all your team?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Definitely going to be celebrating after tonight. Maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll celebrate for the rest of the week. You never know.
And do you hope to go back to back next week as well when we head to Watkins Glen?
I'll try. I know I did pretty good last time we were at Watkins Glen. I believe I did get a top 10 there, so I think I have a feeling I feel like I have a chance there, and yeah, I really hope we can go at least get one more win in the season. Just show everybody that I'm not done.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Slinky. We hope to see you do well next week as well.
Thank you.
All right. Did we end it off there?
No.
What do you mean
No.
no?
Jerks fan wants an interview, and I'm pretty sure Patrick also wants one.
Yeah.
Well, Drew, can you take care of Patrick first?
Gotcha.
There we go. He's up here. Jerks fan is up here.
Oh, my
Yeah,
fault.
yeah.
So,
Yo.
Patrick, what?
Just continue, Drew fan. I
My
don't know what
fault.
he's saying.
So, Patrick, after finishing 15th, but being indirectly, I don't know, involved in an accident that took out one or two cars, how would you feel about that and just your race in general? Because I was asleep
I
for half of
mean, that wreck was kind of I don't know. Like I was maybe involved in an earlier wreck, but all in all, our 22 team was pretty mad fast. I mean, we were pushing board to like 7 points. Like as if Moth was here, say teamwork is consistency. I mean, hats off to Slinky, and he deserved it, and I did not expect it. I mean, I had some good runs here and there. I mean, yeah, I've had some incidents here and there. I don't blame the 81, 91 for being 4 wide with me. And going fourth, for Watkins Glen, if you're going to ask that question, yes, it's my birthday, so
Oh,
for that,
really?
I see.
yeah, actually.
So,
Happy
birthday race, and I think, Patrick, this race will get you out of elimination area because only two drivers separate you from being mathematically eliminated from chasing contention. But what do you think? What is your goal for Watkins Glen aside from win on your birthday?
Maybe a top 5 or maybe top 10. I mean, if not, then maybe a good birthday wish to celebrate a good season 8. Is this season 8
Season 8.
or
Yeah, it's season 8.
a good season 8 to end off the regular season, even though we're having a roller coaster season.
True. So, any other final thoughts for you, Patrick?
I want to thank my sponsor, Auto Trader. I mean, it's mad fast. I mean, it's the fastest. Well, I don't know if we had the fastest dodge in this race. I mean, we were pushing Ford, as I said, but hey, I'm going to Ford next season, so goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And can I get a interview next? But or do you want me first, Jackson?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so thanks for your time, Patrick.
Thank you.
All right.
So, Thunder, after finishing, God, I gotta see.
23rd.
I yeah, after finishing 23rd, and I wouldn't in the first half of the race, being pretty much a non-factor throughout the race. Just kind of d- describe your describe your day, because again, I was asleep for half of it.
Yeah, obviously not a very good day for us, but yeah, lap one, the 87 made some bonehead move on just turning the I don't even know who it was that got turned. But he turned somebody, and then so I think it was the 28, and then then he came right across my nose, and I think that's where our damage came from. And yeah, we were just kind of off the pace today. Just really struggled to stay in the draft because of how bad our car was aero wise. Try to make as many adjustments on it as we could, but ultimately it was all missed today. But that's what happens when you come to a track like this. I didn't really expect to run good anyway, but we're locked into the chase, so I'm not really mad about too much today.
Yeah,
But obviously, still looking to win the regular season title. But even if we come up short to anybody, whether that be my teammate Sean or um, Ian Legends, my driver, I think it's all right because we're locked into the chase anyway.
hmm So, looking forward to Watkins Glen. I know that you had the regular season championship lead for about 5 seconds there last season until your engine blew up. So, how do you look to, well, correct an engine failure? You can't really do that. But, what's your goal to finish at Watkins Glen?
I expect to finish like probably top 15. I mean, Watkins Glen is a pretty good track for me, and yeah, like you mentioned, were running we were running really good inside the top 10, and would have had the regular season title had our engine not expired on us there. But we learned from that day, and looked into what happened to the engine and what exactly went wrong, and made sure that none of that happened again. And even I think that was after that, I've never had an engine failure since. So that's good. And so yeah, just I have pretty high expectations for Watkins Glen.
Definitely. So any final thoughts for you?
Mm, Well, I saw the 21 won the race, so I'm really happy about that. I mean, he's had an awful season. I think maybe dead last in the standings out of all full time drivers, but
About
yeah, it feels really good to see him win, and obviously, for, Walker, I got to give a huge shout out to Walker for just helping him all the way on that last lap and bringing the team a 1-2 finish here today.
All right. So thank you for your time, Thunder.
Yep.
All right. So Sean wants one, and then I'll go if Logan doesn't want one.
Can you Connor, can you take care of the interviews or
I'm not that good at giving the questions.
no, it's not that hard. Just ask like what happened and what are your opinions on your day and whatnot. Just easy questions.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'll.
That was fun, and
Mhm.
yeah, see y'all next week. It's gonna be fun.
So Sean, I I finishing seventh after leading some laps in this race. I think I don't know. Well, you are locked into the chase already, so you really have nothing to lose except just pad your stats, really. So take it away.
Well, yeah, already being locked in the chase, mostly my goals were to get two people in. That's my boss, Ma, which unfortunately he had a bad day. But the other person who finished behind me, Pavo, that was the other person. And finishing 8th, that's something that we wanted to have, and just helping him try to make it in. So that was mostly the plan. But my thoughts for this race, it's just another super speedway. Reds were going to expect it to happen. It's just unexpected people winning, and nobody was expecting Slinky out of all people to win.
That is true. I mean, he probably wasn't even on the odds sheet till now. Anyway, so looking forward to Watkins Glen next week. The regular season finale, you're already locked into the chase, so no worries for you there. So, yeah, just what's your goal?
Mostly next week is just another week. We're just gonna keep enjoying this season that we've had it, and just see what it takes us. There's nothing much else to say besides see what we can do. That's it, really.
All right, any final thoughts here before? Yeah.
No, nothing else.
All right, thanks for your time, Sean.
All right. Okay, and final interview of the day. I know you've been wanting to do this one. Pretty much a good day for TX fan. Finishing P5, got a top 5 today. How would you say that your day went today?
Pretty good. My standards. Again, however many weeketh in a row had a shot at a win. Just dying laps just can't make it happen. Yeah, but top 5. I mean, definitely they'll springboard us into good contention to get into the chase because. Hang on.
Let me just say, yeah, another one taken out of your hands.
Anyway,
Trust
where
me,
was I?
I know how it feels. Like it's the winning the Clash curse. Trust me, I've had that happen to me last season.
Even though you didn't. Oh yeah, trade my fault. Anyway, but yeah, the top 5 making the chase is mainly our goal here after just not having our stuff together. And I managed to pick up the pieces and should have won at least one of the races in this stretch, but I mean we've definitely gotten our act together, and Watkins Glen will definitely be a mystery because I mean, well, I think it's still fresh in our minds what happened there last season.
Yeah.
But looking to avoid that, number 1, and number 2, actually finish the race, and number 3, finish in like top 10. That's really my goal, and I just gotta really hope everyone ahead of me does bad. I mean, we haven't seen the points yet, but I just gotta hope that everyone has a bad race I walk into on, and I can somehow sneak my way in despite just having just no competence in the early portion of the season. So.
Okay, yeah. And speaking of Watkins Glen, well, before that, entering here today, you had Ebenezer in the 8th place spot in points, while you, Quad Kid Boy, and Dudes Cash and Numbers were all below the top 10. Although you were in that battle, you were in 11th through 20th. Looking at how the points might change up considering the finishes, what are y'all's plans on trying to get at least some of your cars into the chase?
Ebenezer just has to do his own thing. Quad just has to do good, and Dudes, I'm not sure. I mean, just gotta help everyone really. But I mean, Ebenezer I think can do his own thing. Quad and Dudes, I will try to help, but at the same time, I gotta make him chase myself. So yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna handle that, but we'll figure something out.
Any final thoughts?
Another 1 foots away for Parker Benz. Yeah, I hate this company deserves to be in victory lane so bad. It doesn't have to be Cup. It's just any series, and they just had so many victories taken away from them. I just want to get them to victory lane.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, that's been Chirix fan, and yeah, Thunder pretty much said it earlier. We'll see y'all at Watkins Glen. Bye, everybody.